and I come from Strasbourg in France. I did my first degree in engineering in Paris, and then I moved to Cambridge to do a master's degree in chemistry. And now I'm a first-year PhD student in the group of Jansze and studying supramolecular chemistry. So what I do for my research is called supramolecular chemistry. It might sound a bit scary like this, but it's actually quite simple. My group, we do research based on the principle of subcomponent self-assembly. It's really simple actually. It's like Legos. So you would imagine that to build large structures that are really functional, it'd be really, really hard to build like something like that. But actually, using subcomponent self-assembly, it becomes really simple. You just have to synthesize little molecules that are really simple and then assemble them in solution around the metal. So it's actually quite simple, and you can get a wide range of structure from the same similar little building blocks, going from something really simple like an helicase, which is really useful to study things that happen in nature because the helicates are chiral. So it's really related to some things that happen in nature, for example. Then we do something more complicated that are, for example, like tetrahedral cages. And as you can see in the center of those cages, we have a little cavity. And so those are really useful to, for example, encapsulate all the molecules, stabilize them, transfer them from one phase to another, and deliver the cargo in another solution, for example. And personally, I work on something slightly different, which are prismatic structures, which actually look like that. It looks really complicated, but actually it's quite a simple structure. It's like a channel. If you look through, you just have like a little gap going from one side to another. And so that's really useful, for example, to do transport of ions from one side to another when you integrate this kind of little structures in membranes. I decided to choose chemistry as my major quite a long time ago. When I was a kid, I always wanted to understand how the world was working and how everything could be understood, or like from like little simple molecules, you could get a wide range of properties and different materials. For example, from the same type of like polymers, you can get something really soft, something really hard, and that's something that really like interests me to like try to understand why this was a thing. And so that's why I picked chemistry and started studying it. And like in the sort of look for something more complicated and understand how everything made of like simple building blocks, like I explained earlier, was able to give like massive different properties, I decided to study supramolecular chemistry.